Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over the 7 motorcycles that only smart riders choose to buy. Let's dive in. Number 7. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 is basically the motorcycle world's version of a clever life hack. Stylish, practical, and surprisingly affordable. With a starting price of $6,000, it's the kind of bargain that makes your wallet relax, especially once you realize that bikes with similar specs often cost about $1,000 more. For that money, you're getting a 471 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin engine that strikes a perfect balance between punchy, low-end torque and enough high RPM thrill to make both commutes and weekend rides genuinely enjoyable. It's not aiming to overpower the competition with crazy horsepower figures. Instead, it lands right in that sweet spot for real-world use. Expect 67 mpg per gallon, which means you'll be waving as you pass gas stations. With its low 27-inch seat height, riders of almost any size will feel at home, flat-footing at lights, and moving around parking lots with ease. Comfort is the name of the game, with upright bars, mid-mounted pegs, and a redesigned seat that lets you enjoy the ride instead of daydreaming about your chiropractor. Add in Honda's rock-solid reliability, and you'll be spending more time riding than wrenching. With its low running costs, the only thing you'll be fixing is your hair after a breezy ride. In a market full of tech overload and unnecessary complexity, the Rebel 500 keeps it refreshingly simple, fun, and honest. Number 6. Triumph Bonneville Bobber. The Triumph Bonneville Bobber is the bike smart buyers go for when they want vintage style without giving up modern comfort or draining their retirement savings. Priced at about $14,000, it isn't cheap, but it's still far from Harley-Davidson mortgage money. This is what you ride if you want to turn heads at the gas station while still filling the tank without applying for credit. Classic British muscle wrapped in smooth retro design. Its 1,200 cc's parallel twin engine hums like it's sipping tea one moment, then roars like a beast the next, with 78 pounds-feet of torque hitting at only 4,000 revolutions per minute. Feels like a polite punch to the chest. Refined but never dull. Despite its old school looks, it's got ride-by-wire traction control and even cruise control. Yes, cruise control on a bobber. That's like stumbling across a wine fridge in a log cabin. The solo seat adjusts. The ride is smoother than expected. And while it's not made for long-distance touring, it's perfect for local rides, Sunday show-offs, or when you just need an escape. What's smart riders appreciate most is how it never screams for attention, but still manages to grab it. The Bonneville Bobber isn't just a bike. It's a statement saying, you've got taste, sense, and just enough rebellion in the tank. Number 5. Kawasaki Versys 650. The Kawasaki Versys 650 is what happens when someone finally said, what if we built a practical motorcycle that's actually fun? Coming in around $8,000, it's not exactly spare change, but for what you're getting, it's almost a financial cheat code. Smart riders understand this isn't just a motorcycle. It's more like a two-wheeled loophole. The Versys 650 doesn't chase high horsepower figures or pretend it escaped from a racetrack. It's all about balance, like that reliable coworker who always shows up on time, does their work, and never steals your lunch. Underneath seats a 549 centimetri cubi. Parallel twin engine that is smooth, dependable, and efficient, managing up to 50 mpg per gallon. That's more than 300 mpg from one tank. Plenty to outrun your gas bill or even your problems. The reason clever riders love it is versatility. Daily commuter, check. Weekend touring machine, check. Gravel road detour, just because it looks interesting. Absolutely. It's upright. Seating, roomy saddle, and adjustable windscreens show that Kawasaki cares about both your back and your sanity. The suspension is cushy enough to soak up potholes, yet still sharp enough for twisty roads. In a world where flash often beats sense, the Versys 650 is the quiet genius in the corner. Capable, adaptable, and always ready. Smart. Buyers don't choose it for bragging rights. They buy it because they've done the math. Number 4, Royal Enfield Meteor 350. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350 is a cruiser that brings vintage appeal without denting your budget at only about $4,900. It isn't chasing flash, it's chasing smarts, and it nails it. While so many modern bikes act like rolling computers, the Meteor 350 stays simple, trustworthy, and pleasantly analog. It's for riders who don't need Bluetooth to enjoy the wind. Clever riders understand. The Meteor isn't about blistering 0 to 60 runs. It's about sipping fuel at 7 a.m. per gallon, while your neighbor's Harley gulps premium like it's on vacation. The Meteor rolls along for pennies. It's 349 centimetri cubi. Single-cylinder thumper is as drama-free as the perfect roommate. Plenty of power for city rides and weekend trips without dragging along baggage. Add an surprisingly comfy seat, laid back, ergonomics, and a fuel tank built for longer stretches without gas station interruptions, and you've got a winning setup. Even its analog digital display keeps things practical. Essentials only. No extra fluff. And while it won't shout for attention, park it anywhere and the people who get it will give you a nod. Buying a Meteor 350 isn't about flexing horsepower. It's about flexing common sense. A true choice for thinkers, not thrill seekers. Number 3, Honda Gold Wing. The Honda Gold Wing isn't just a motorcycle. It's a rolling executive suite with handlebars. Smart buyers in the U.S. see it as more than transportation. They see it as an investment in comfort, engineering, and road-conquering presence. With a base price around $25,000, it's not cheap, but neither is paying for chiropractic visits after long rides on a lesser machine. Goldwing riders know if you're going to cover thousands of miles, you might as well do it with heated seats, Apple CarPlay, and more luggage space than most airports. Honda's reputation for bulletproof engineering seals the deal. The Goldwing's 1,833 cubic centimeters flat 6 engine is smoother than your uncle's jazz playlist and nearly as low maintenance. It's built to run 200,000 miles and still sound showroom fresh. Fuel economy isn't bad either. About 40 miles per gallon for its size, so you'll spend more time riding and less time fueling up next to regretful cruiser owners. And don't overlook the luxury touches, top-notch infotainment, and optional automatic DCT, electronic suspension, and even a reverse gear. Because let's be real, no one enjoys wrestling 850 pounds backwards. At the end of the day, a Goldwing isn't just about point A to point B. It's about savoring every smooth, tech-filled, wind-soaked mile. Smart people don't chase thrills. They ride them. Number 2, Yamaha MT-07. The Yamaha MT-07 is the kind of motorcycle that makes savvy riders grin while doing the mental math on cost versus value. With a starting tag around $8,000, it doesn't drain your savings or try to be more than it is. Instead, it delivers pure, reliable fun with zero drama. Powered by a lively 689 cubic centimeters parallel twin, it pushes just over 70 horsepower and around 50 pounds-feet of torque. That's more than enough for city commutes, weekend canyon blasts, and the occasional stoplight showdown. What makes the 07 Mozam Beacon Medical A smart buy is how well it balances performance and practicality. Aggressive naked styling, a relaxed upright seating position, and throttle response is addictive as your first coffee of the day. With fuel economy hovering near 50 mpg, you'll spend more time riding and less time filling up, and less burnouts are your idea of science. There are no flashy ride modes, no overcomplicated screens, and no bloated electronics that feel like a smartphone manual. Just you, the bike, and the road. In a market full of overpriced toys, the 07 Mozambican Medicals proves that smart spending doesn't equal boring riding. It's the two-wheeled equivalent of finding a $100 bill in your jacket pocket. A total win. Number 1. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 is what you get when you blend brains with budget. For riders who think practically, it's the bike that ticks every box without emptying your wallet. Priced around $8,000, this V-twin gem offers genuine performance without the overblown price tags of flashy rivals. It's like choosing a comfortable, well-located house with a great view instead of a glitzy penthouse with a crushing mortgage. Packing 645 cc's of smooth V-twin power, the SV650 offers predictable performance that's entertaining for veterans, yet friendly for newer riders. And don't mistake that for boring commuter duty. It has enough punch to keep you smiling all ride long. Expect around 50 miles per gallon if you behave, meaning it strikes that sweet spot between practicality and performance. Insurance is affordable, repairs are simple, and maintenance is easy. It's the grown-up decision that still lets you have fun on weekends. Light, nimble, and ridiculously approachable. In a world crowded with overpriced ego traps, the SV650 keeps things affordable, classy, and unapologetically fun. It's the motorcycle version of pulling a $100 bill out of your old jeans. Practical, rewarding, and unexpectedly awesome. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content.